So they're redeploying to Tsarist. First Tank Army gets an award, and we will give them more division organization. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to deploy at the shoulders of this Donbas salient and see what I can do about blasting my way in. So, and in order to help facilitate that, get some breakthrough, some additional breakthrough in the tanks. So, first, second, and fourth tank divisions are going to deploy. Where is the best spot for a breakthrough? They're gonna deploy probably here. It's not the ideal terrain, but it will let me move concentric. Use multiple tiles to make the breakthrough. So down here, Rostov, and in the interim, I will see if what I can do about Pretzel Rocks has decided to stop spazzing out. All right, so it has. So I can turn that back down. Forces get ready for the big push. All right, so are we running low on anything? We got plenty of guns. So in the interim, I will also we will give our boys some support anti-air and long range. Saw a fair amount of breakthrough and initiative. So, but support equipment definitely going to be out. We've got tons of support equipment and a fair amount of it here. So, yep, we'll just do that. So we will give forces an opportunity to redeploy and get ready for what is coming as we overtax our logistical railroad, our logistics network. But okay, so I'm gonna start flying up offensive operations, and then we'll also start flying CAS. All right, so they're gonna push for Yuzivka. Will be our target, and of course they have refused to give us our vote back, but you know, they will regret that decision in short order. There's Yuzivka. Now we turn north along the railroad, and we have successfully encircled some number of divisions. So, progress. Okay, so then I'm gonna agency. How's our air war doing? Our air war is doing fine. By the look of it. We slice and dice these formations. Alright, so then improved medium cannon is what I'm after. So then I can start designing a medium tank. So we absolutely just close this pocket. Okay. Now then, moving up the railroad as this pocket is closed. Gonna move to our next objectives, which is gonna be another pinch and grab. Moving up the rail line in the south. Move on the rail line up the south towards Pavlograd and Chicheslav, while the northern prong is going to push for Kharkiv, and the pocket will hopefully rendezvous somewhere down around here. Naval battles. We lost some convoys. Unfortunate. Good thing we're producing more. So yeah, they are having some issues. And the Germans are still managing to win in the west. Fitting. Okay, so that's alright. Misread that, thought that was considerably more factories. It will be in short enough order. Okay, so come on, get into position. He who dares wins. Yeah, that's break it open. Come on. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there we go. There we have ourselves an important encirclement. Again, another just bite and hold. The bite and hold clearance. The summer of pockets. What this war is turning into. As I work on slowly cutting these forces to ribbons. And I have so little intelligence that I do not know what is going on with these divisions. Don't even know how many divisions I'm overrunning. What's the fun in massive encirclements if I don't know how many forces I'm trapping? Roman Ungern, etc., has been wounded. Okay, so that is another major encirclement, and then Moscow Strategic Echelon, which is just, that's some good stuff all around, but right. I have the ability to lay down some airboys back here. Right, that'll generate some additional, generate an additional 3 wings, which will represent a significant increase in effective combat power. And these are almost caught up. How is my research doing? Research. Proved anti-tank is still a while away. Okay. So then just keep doing this again. Next strategic operation is going to be aimed at clearing the Crimean Peninsula so that I can just further liberate some divisions and shorten my front. We'll be pushing Pavlograd in the west, well, east of Mariupol in the east, and Pavlograd in the west. And this is, quite frankly, how you just destroy. If you don't play a lot of Hoi 4, it's just, this is how you destroy the computer. Just bit by bit, encounter by encounter. You just start pushing and don't stop until you reach your objective. It's fine that some of them escape. Half. We're going to push down to Sevastopol. Terminus. Oh, the Commonwealth of America's gone expansionist. That, nothing but good things happen when that happens. All right. Intercept that push out, and then work on just finishing off. So they really don't have much of a breakthrough. The Dnieper is going to prove to be a major benefit to us. Okay, so then that, now that they've been fully resupplied, now they should be able to push and just win. Artillery. Just keep researching more, because we're going to need it for the final push into Germany proper when that time comes. Germany this way. this way. Because we're going to need to siege in order to just finish off the Kerch Peninsula. We're going to need to marshal all of our boys. You're going to go over here and siege that, while they just make short work of those forces on the Kerch Peninsula. And we get ready for another push. Okay, excellent. Right, our mountaineers are gonna... So, doctrine, land doctrine, detail. Leaves me 32. I'm gonna try to build that up to maybe 60, and then I'm gonna send our mountaineers to maybe break this, make this work for us rather than against us. So, after about 6 months of campaigning, where do we stand at geopolitically? Geopolitically, we started off at war with Finland, and now we're not. We started off at war with Transamur, and now we're not. And we started off with Ukraine trying to make some big pushes and having some success in doing so. Well, at least taxing our forces. But now we've secured the Donbas, we've acquired Ukraine as far west as Kharkiv, which means that in 6 months we've accomplished more than the 3-day special military operation. That's into year 3. Okay. And they're really starting to feel the pressure from these encirclements. And now let's check what the actual butcher's bill is. So we've had about 54,000 casualties so far against 850,000. Ukraine's had 360,000 casualties. Belarus has had 160,000. The Dutch have somehow had 21,000. I think those were all lost in Finland. The Austrians have lost 156,000. The Georgians and Azerbaijan are at 65,000, and they've done literally nothing but make the odd attack. Lithuania, Middle Africa, and we haven't even really gotten the Germans involved yet. So on the whole tab for the whole war, oh my goodness. The problem is that for as many successes as we've had, the Germans are having a lot of success in the West. Okay. It's now time to try something a little bit bigger. So we're going to go for a strategic encirclement of Kyiv. Is what this next push is going to be for. So keep hitting caps lock instead of shift. So I'm gonna send these boys up here to the salient right here, and then the other half of the core down here. Where they are going to try to force a breakthrough there. And work on your launch torpedoes. What's my building capacity at? So I've got room for more stuff. Nothing can be converted into anything. What's my tank supply look like? Fate of Finland. Fate of Finland is annexed, obviously. Obviously. Okay, so then we'll go take some more mills. Our forces get into position. also going to expand that army by adding another 3 divisions. Get rid of that fallback line there. Actually, I need to add another. Gives me some options. Moscow Strategic Echelon is done. Good. All of the land army stuff is done. All the political stuff is done. All of the foreign policy stuff is done. So then let's work on making our air better. Attack bombers. I do not have any spare attack bombers. So we're going to break in from the south. And see what we can do about punching through. The Kiev thrust might be a bridge too far, given the relative slowness of the breakout. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, having seized that, I'm going to wheel back around and push on Sumi. See what I can do about a smaller pocket. While in the south, the operation is really picking up, trying to get those forces across the river. Okay. Now we are closing this pocket as promptly as possible. While again in the south, the initial break-in is still meandering. This is admittedly not necessarily the operation I wanted to run, but it will break in and pave the way for further strategic operations. All right, there's one objective reached. Well, now that an opportunity has presented itself, try to encircle the whole Kryvyi Rih and Mykolaiv. Ruh-roh. Okay, so come on, boys. Move, move, move. Got a little too ambitious. Okay, yeah. Getting that intelligence agency has now actually given me fronto vision. Yeah, this break-in is being defeated. There's no way out of it. So need to consolidate, need to work on consolidating our position. You go there, you go there. Fall of Detroit, a blow to the syndicates. Oh, go Canada. Go Canada. Take advantage of the fact that the Commonwealth is, fighting places that it shouldn't be. Okay. Nuremberg Assembly will deal with that. Okay, so then breaking in. Just trying to break in the south. Again. Try to. Dislodge them from Elizabethgrad. And there is, after a brief setback, another large pocket. There's what? It's not a massive pocket, but it's a nice bag. It's 3, 7, 12 divisions in that particular pocket. And now we can take Kriviri. Kaiserreich. And it doesn't have the end in mode on. Push south. See what we can do about capturing all of this. As the Kiev operation was not as successful as might have been hoped for. But not a failure. Definitely not a failure. So, then I'm going to do something, and it was in one ear. Not. Excuse me. Right, I was going to fix these divisions. Fix. Going to optimize these divisions. Let's go. Artillery and so 8-3 with long range patrol, 40 anti-air, and then I'm gonna just turn out how many of these can I turn out? So I can turn it. All right, so I'm just gonna lay down a whole army. I'm gonna lay down a whole army of mountaineers, and then I'm gonna turn the Caucasus over to them. All right, so then once more having broken across the river line on both sides, a much narrower sweep this time aimed at Kyiv. Kyiv will be Russian again before the end of the year. Massive support from infantry. Alright, transport flight, standardized pilot training. The fall of Kyiv. Bad news for the Ukrainian People's Republic today, as the Russian army has just completed its assault upon the ancient capital. While initial reports suggest their Ukrainian defenders would be able to hold them at the bridges in a protracted siege, the many avenues over the river proved too much to hold. With Russian troops on either side of the Dnieper and scattered defenders surrendering on the Isles, Kyiv has fallen to the invaders. With the thriving hub now in Russian hands, the rest of Ukrainian lands are in jeopardy. While the Russian Empire has promised to respect the 700 years of history built up since the Mongols destroyed it in 1204, Kievan memory is long, invasions have never been kind to them, and they fear the worst. See, I'm not the only one who's being topical. We're gonna move up the forest and secure then the rest of this. Okay, that is we've lost Kyiv. Guess we have to go take it back. Again. Okay. This is another nice Kessel with 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 14 plus whatever those divisions are. So 14 plus 18 divisions, give or take. They are really going to struggle to hold this. Smash them. Smash them all. It has not been a very kind war so far to the allies of the Reichspakt. It is they who have borne the brunt of fighting in the east. It's they who have bled and died in, well, if not countless numbers, certainly enough to give pause to many. Mass for the motherland. How are we doing on our research? We're almost there, so I can almost start making medium tanks mechanized. Good. So next strategic objective is the continued dismemberment of Ukraine, which is going to involve the Homel salient, in which I'm going to park First task force is going to represent southern pincer, and where is my ideal striking point for that? Probably across this bridgehead here, probably, which is why it's reasonably well defended. But a much simpler push in the north. So as if I had more armor, I could just kind of try to, I don't know, it gets into one of the questions of, is it funner to just battle plan these big armored, sweeps, or is it funner to micro them? And honestly, I tend to have more fun micro. So, okay, in position. Main thrust is going to come out of the north, then just going to blitz south. I'm not going to capture everything, but I will capture most of it. Okay. Still a bit out. Tank stuff still a bit out. Here's two. Okay, not exactly as big a Kessel as I would have liked, but it will have to do. So, that Fate of Holland. Territory, Fate of Latvia. Integrate the Latvian lands. Anything else that is necessary? So I'm going to start just development projects as we are to the point of still building some factories, still building some synthetic rubber facilities. So I can start toning down my import of stuff. And now they are just slowly crumbling. General offensive along the land borders. That just slowly breaks them. Okay, that's 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21 divisions in that particular pocket. Air torpedoes. Closing one pocket at a time. We're moving up to do more. Flying, which I was trying to read all the focuses, but a lot of them, especially like that, they are fairly generic. It's just they give you buffs, make sure, gives you some base effectiveness and some mission gaining XP and some air XP. So just keep grinding. Just keep grinding. Breaking in. Okay. Now. All right. So. There's only 112. There have been 112 divisions on the front, so I somehow lost 100. Lost 8 divisions. Okay, so new plan. New plan to, because my first inclination is to make a push through here to dislodge them from this island corridor, and that just is going to be an absolute nightmare. So it's time for another push in the south, and this time the strategic objective is just clear the Black Sea coast. Clear the Black Sea coast all the way over to Romania, and maybe release a little bit of... Who the hell is Romania at war with? Romania is allied with Albania. Okay, so Belgrade Pact, and they're at war with. Okay, well, maybe relieve some create some pressure, create a distraction, and relieve some pressure on Romania is going to be the next objective. So how are my replacements coming along there? Always out. Okay. So now that I actually have armor. Medium tank. Yes, T-33, T-34, very nice. Not interested. Go with, T-43A. Just pay the tax to make what I want. Medium armaments, improve medium cannon. Radio, and go with the same mix of modules as the last one. So sloped armor, wet storage, and bogies, cast, gas engine. And then I will take just 9 kilometers a second. Not a second, 9 kilometers a minute. 9 kilometers per hour. Other. Right, save that. And then I'm gonna put that into production. My fast tank developer. And then throw 10 factories on it just to start building up a stockpile. Because what I'll do is I like having fast light core. These lights that do like 12 or do 15 kilometers a second. I do sci-fi too much. For 15 kilometers a second is like not an unreasonable velocity. Where 15 kilometers an hour of effective speed is really useful. So I will start building heavier divisions. I will with these T-43s. So in the interim, go and award my tanky boys their some medals and like Political power is still very scarce, so can't award them that many. Okay, so this task force. There, and we'll start with a simple encirclement and then just like blast through and sweep the coast. Because the Romanians are soon to be out of it, and if the Romanians are out of it, that just means that many more problems for me. Okay. The break-in has started. Oh, secrets. Aha! All right. Cut another. Seizing this railhead should just cause all manner of issues for those Ukrainian and Austrian forces. There we go. Alright, so Black Sea is not exactly cut off, but with the Danube Delta on my back, that's a reasonably good haul for that particular mission. Alright, now on to the next one. So let's move down the rail lines towards from Kyiv down to Vinnytsia, Mohilev, and Proskuriv. So Vinnytsia, Mohilev is, we get dangerously close to what would be OTL, the Polish border. We're down here in Romania, and eating Ukraine has been very much like eating an elephant, one bite at a time. But more importantly, it's been a matter of something that is doable, one bite at a time. And now we have something special, as we have a break-in along the whole bloody front. Okay, you're turning this way and slamming into. This is another one of 8, 10, 11, 13, 15 divisions. As I hurriedly attempt flying aviation bureaus. They might be able to save some of these forces. They're not going to save a lot. And that's another little encirclement. Romania has capitulated. Wait, Romania. So is Romania on our... I don't know. The more questions I ask, the stranger things seem to get. Okay, so 2 pockets, 20-ish divisions. Now I'm in pocket closure mode again. And yeah, it's just rolling right along. As this is why Russia is just... If you can stand the micro, Russia can be pretty fun. And you can also just battle plan them. You can also battle plan. You got to get them to a certain point. You got to do enough little encirclements that you can just press the button and let stuff happen. But okay, there's that. Good. Artillery. Well, let's build some rocket artillery. Okay. Yeah. Big number of training. How am I doing on garrison stuff? Garrison stuff is, broadly speaking, fine. Broadly speaking. Because the war is about to turn north. In a big way. Alright, so then having introduced this massive imbalance into forces, we're gonna move up to a relatively quiet sector very far north, because that is where troops have been denuded from, probably. There. Tsarist with a very simple mandate of smashing everything. We enter 1941. The overall Weltkrieg, 2 million losses on the people arrayed against the Reichspakt, against almost 7 million casualties on the side of the Reichspakt. Come over to us. We have incurred 100,000 casualties thus far, with the Ukrainians inflicting 45,000, the Georgians 15,000, the Germans 13,000, the Belarusians 11, and the Austrians 11. Against that 100,000, we've inflicted 2.2 million casualties. We have gotten a Stalingrad's worth of Germans. But it has been primarily the peoples of the East who have borne the costs of this war. As the Belarusians have lost 160,000 and are going to start losing a heck of a lot more. Nearly 1 million Ukrainians. 375,000 Austrians. 164,000 Poles. And the games really haven't even started to begin yet as far as what we are going to be able to do. Okay, so now as we are reaching, if not necessarily the end of our tether. What's the we will deploy them there. What's Poland look like? Poland looks fine. Okay. Deploy 5 squadrons. I also deploy so do I also have enough spare tack bombers. Okay. I do. I also need to increase tack bomber production. Nords and rubber will just come along with research. Yeah, 52 days for problem solved. Okay. I have my guys in position. In the interim, a new offensive aimed at bringing the war, if not necessarily to a swift end, then to at least significantly changing its calculus. The fall of Minsk. Minsk was part of Russia before the First Weltkrieg. After an incredible offensive from the Russian army, it seems as if history has repeated itself. The Russian army bombarded the city from the sky and on the ground, and the Belarusian resistance became increasingly feeble as the onslaught of the Russian war machine slammed into the city. After an exhausting and grueling battle in which most of the city was reduced to rubble, the remaining defenders surrendered to the Victorian Russian forces. Factories, museums, and thousands of civilians fled westward to escape the invaders. This defeat is a sure blow to Belarusian independence, but only time will tell whether or not the Russian occupation will be temporary or permanent. This is just the beginning. Soon we will have all of our lands back. Yes. So, believe the answer is permanent. Definitely permanent. To Bobriosk, and then down to join push west. They have somehow started to mount an offensive in the south. Dislodging them from this river system is not as fun as should be. Sealing his pocket. There we go. The vote fails. No legation. German Empire's broken the cipher, which is doesn't suck, but Ireland has capitulated. Great Pacific War as the Americans get involved again in a war in the Pacific against Japan. Who would have guessed that could ever happen? Truly, it is something without precedent. Aviation Bureau. Okay. Night Witches. The renowned aviator Marina Rashkova has approached the VVS with a shocking idea: an all-female aviation regiment. Despite all conventional wisdom, there are actually certain officers who are supportive of her scheme. They argue it has immense propaganda value and may inspire other pilots to reach new heights for Russia. And it gives us some buffs and it gives us some aces. Very cool. Oh, and we're just losing convoys. We're losing convoys, unfortunately. As I am trying to follow Mexico City. I am working on reducing this pocket. And more importantly, trying to stop these forces from escaping. Come on. Closing one pocket at a... Okay, so that's 7, 10, 12 divisions in this particular pocket. I am trying to dislodge them from these positions down here. Just not having any luck. So a push that has just utterly devastated Belarus. Mohilev, Minsk, and a litany of other key territories have all fallen. But one of the offensive's goals was the clearing of this river system, and it has not occurred, which is unfortunate. Okay, so then This will do nothing for my supply situation, but it will at the very least improve my defensibility of this position. Okay. 500 planes. Suboptimal, just throw them in the crucible, but I will do it. Done. Breaking in this position here. They are making more progress than I would like in the south. Brutal positional warfare. Grinding that doesn't accomplish much, but the break-in it's all happening. As we slam into this open tile. To capture a major piece of, yeah, this will be important if we can capture this. Good news from Central Asia. New Tatar and Bashkir Muslim leadership could finally reorganize the system of the local Islamic institutions and partly defeat the obscurantism of the local notable theologians and preachers. New Orenburg Muslim Spiritual Authority proposes a new vision of Islam for the Central Asian citizens, which means that Central Asia will be loyal enough to us and we will be able to pay less attention to this region of Russia. That's great! Okay, so then we will catch them, train them. Once they get into shape, we will concentrate them and try to achieve some interesting things. Meanwhile, at this major pin them. Make sure they can't go anywhere. Just keep grinding. Get into line. Because we just keep throwing bodies at the wall, trying to close this pocket. Because they cannot hold it forever. City. slow positional grinding is not ideal, but we're getting there. We're getting there as we pass the first anniversary of the beginning of the war. $80. $84. Come on, almost there. Almost there. Just keep cycle charging. We've only got 2 divisions left. 1, and there we go. Boom. Keep them pinned while we move these forces in, and there we go. We gotta. Okay. You. So now, as the war turns a year old, just over a year old, we can gaze upon what we have accomplished, or what Russia has accomplished, with a massive encirclement in the Chernihiv pocket. That is 4, 11, 17, 26, 38, 40 divisions. 40 divisions in the Chernihiv pocket. Now, everybody just hit this with everything you got to just start dislodging them. Albania has capitulated because I cannot guarantee how long this pocket will remain holdable. Close as much as you can. Start securing. Come on, boys. Move. And there goes the Ukrainian People's Republic, and there's Chernihiv pocket just collapses. The Chernihiv and Lvov pockets. So, there was a Lvov pocket. Now there is not. But we still have the ability to produce something impressive from this carnage. Yep, there is the Proskurov pocket. And then the still ongoing reduction of this. remnants of the Cherniev pocket. Okay, it is time to regroup a bit. Start working on industry that has been missed. Yep, and there's some more light divisions. I'm going to turn my attentions to Caucasus after this front is stabilized. Ooh, Moby, this is an opportunity. Alright, there's the Cherniev pocket, just gone. The Prokosov pocket, which is not as impressive in terms of its size, but is still a bag worth having. The work of capturing Lvov continues. Six, 12, 20 divisions in this pocket. Just the destruction rate of the armies of the Reichspakt. This game has been. Oh, I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised with how efficient we've been able to be. I've been able to be. Sorry, sounding like Dave again. I try not to do that. I'm just kind of frontal charging at this point to close the pocket, so it's just done. Alright, so yep, and there it goes. So the collapse, a significant collapse in terms of almost everything regarding Ukraine. And, well, it has been a bit of a doozy of a fight. It's been a doozy of a fight as far as things have gone so far. So, Ukraine has been neutralized. The Belarusian People's Republic has been crippled. And at 13 months, because I'm thinking I'm going to end it here. I'm thinking I'm going to end it here because I've really done a lot of what I set out to do. Is I've seized a big deal of territory, and that means next stream can focus on just dismembering up here. And now that I've got some more armor, we can do some more battle planny things. Okay. Yeah, 200,000 casualties, 183,000 casualties against 3.3 million. Yeesh. The Danubian Federation has just been bearing the brunt of. So the East is the responsibility of the Danubians. So, alright, with that situation finally under control, I will now move these boys. We're gonna mount a strike. It's just gonna aim to knock. We're gonna launch two, actually. We're gonna launch two. Just slowly drive them out, and as they reach their starting marks, because what my goal is, I'm going to do a little encirclement here, and I'm going to try to capitulate the Belarusians, and then I'm going to call it for the day. Seize. Try to capture the rail. Keppel's wounded, which is suboptimal. Come on. There we go. Slowly breaking in. It's just a matter of when, not if, at this point. Okay, well. If you guys want to stand and die on that tile, that's up to you guys, I suppose. Not enough artillery in these divisions to kind of do what I want them to do, but just keep them pinned. Keep them pinned. So much for knock them out and then be done. Okay, well. Honestly, let him have the tile. Let him have the tile. It's not really that important. There we go. Not quite the encirclement I'd been hoping for, but will do. It will do. They are attacking along the whole width of south. We really need to rationalize some stuff on the fronts. But Get another small pocket. It is easily handled by local units. So where are my tanks? Here. Here. Braslav must fall. Braslav must fall to achieve my objectives. Now breaking in across the river. There, you take Braslav. Okay, not exactly. Alright, there we go. That'll seal the pocket. And that should. Okay. 192. There we go. Another little pocket. And then well, the Kaiser is dead as his entire Eastern Empire is being vivisected. So, is that slight? Not a good day for the Kaiser. But the Kaiser is dead, so. Okay, which means where are we? We've got a unstable situation in the south of the country, as they have successfully taken some of the ridges, some of the passes. But I've got an entirely new force in the Imperial Guard's Alpine Army. Not even a corps anymore, it's an Alpine Army. That next session will be deployed south to deal with the Caucasus. The Caucasus have, with the Western Front in a sound position, in a sound geopolitical position, with Belarus and Ukraine both brought to heel, as well as most of the Baltics and Finland. There is time to divert south and deal with the problem of Georgia and Azerbaijan. So that is where we will pick up next time, as Action mode on. We still have to do all of this. But with the ability now to close out another front, things should flow rather quickly. In theory. In theory. Alright, so, well, thanks for anyone who might watch this on replay. Otherwise, have a wonderful evening, folks, and I will catch you tomorrow or Wednesday.